Okay, YouTubers, here we go. We're going to start part 2 of this storage for my 3-point tiller right here. So anyway, this is my tiller. It is a Land Pride model, or brand, Land Pride brand. It is a model RTA 2072. Now, it has a forward rotating tine disc, disc damn tiller. Forward rotating tines, and it's about 6 foot. It's 6 foot wide. But this is what I'm gonna put on that thing I'm building over in my other shop. Because, like I said, it's in this horse barn. I don't want horse manure and stuff works out. I don't really want this to really rot out, even though it is on a, this is what was on. I was talking about. We're sitting on a 4x6 there, so that way the tines are up off the ground, and the ground not getting crap all over them. But anyway, so yeah. So what I'm going to do is have a change of plans. Before I was telling you when I was making that what I call a skateboard, or my storage method, I was going to make it 40 inches. Well, I ended up remeasuring and checking, and I don't really need to be 40 inches for this. I can get away with, because this here, from here over to here, is 40 plus inches. I don't really need that long a thing. I can get away with just going from here. Oh, it's too dark to see here. Not going to go from the skid plate right here, here, to the stand, and I can almost get away with the 23 inches. Now I think I will. I've got some scrap material at the house. I got 6x6s. I think I'll use instead, and I can make it 25-26 inches and have plenty of room to catch and support the weight of the tiller, letting it sit on the runners. Both sides be done with it. Now, of course, it is about 70 with the runners. That width across there is almost 78 inches, so I'll have the extra width here to play with, and all that. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Just so to give you a chance to see what I've got them all put on that and store over in my shop. But yeah, it's my 6-foot Land Pride tiller. It goes on the toy tractor. So if you want, hang around, and I'll show you the rest of the process of putting the wood on the change of plans and all that crap. And anyway, yeah, I'll stop jabbering. I'll just go. Hang on, I'll show you some more in a little bit. Okay, YouTubers, another step in the process. Now, as I just showed you the tiller I'm going to put on this apparatus, my storage method for my tiller, 3-point tiller. And like all good plans, they're meant to be changed. Well, this was good on paper. But anyway, here's my paper. So anyway, as you've seen, I went back out, remeasured the tiller where it's going to sit here, and discovered that I can get away with leaving the frame at 23 inches from here to here and be alright. That's good in a way, because that saves me trying to fight around, wrestle with this frame, and cut here, and then go through the trouble trying to weld it back together and grind it off like you saw me do here and add length to it. Plus, it keeps the footprint of it still, within the 2-foot range, so I can slide around my shop, move around my shop a lot easier. I don't have to work around it quite so much. So, that being said, I'm going to leave that at 23. I know I'm boring the hell out of you. And I'm going to get a piece of plywood that I got. I'm going to cut it and bolt it on here in about 6 places, 3 on each spot. And I'm going to make it 26 this way and 80 and a quarter this way. Why 80 and a quarter? Well, when I measured this, it actually worked out about a 1/4 inch wider than I'd planned. So we'll make it 80 and a quarter. And then, instead of using the 4x6s like originally planned to go here, be here and here, I'm going to go with some scrap 6x6s that I'd found laying around the place, and cut them to length 26 inches from there to there. And what I'll do is I'll take and once the plywood on the frame, then I'll flip the frame over, put these in place to where I have 72, 74 inch spacing between the two evenly, and then I will screw these from the bottom and secure them in place with about probably 3 screws per side, and that should be fine. And what I'm going to use to hold the plywood onto the frame, well, went through my drawer of plunder of hardware. I know all you guys have got one of these drawers, because I got one. Why wouldn't you? Found some 1/4 by 3 inch carriage bolts that were stainless steel that I had for another project. Had some left over, so I got nuts, washers, and stuff for that. And to give you guys a laugh, yes, I do have a drawer of plunder for hardware, and there it is. Just odds and ends, bolts for this project, bolt for that project. Matter of fact, while I was looking for hardware for this project and trying to see what I had, I tried to go back and remark, because yeah, you already go to the store, you buy the damn things, you do not mark on the bag what size they usually are sometimes. So while I was looking for hardware, I marked out a few bags what they were so I'd know for later. But anyway, that's a whole nother rattleization. So anyway, if you're still hanging in there, hanging around, thanks. Keep on hanging around. I'll show you something else here in a minute. Hopefully it'll be putting the plywood on the on that right there. That's where I'm going with it. I'll put it on this, and we'll go from there. But like I said, I'm going to leave that at 23, and then I'll just make the one thing at 26, offset it 1.5 inches either side, and bolt it on there, and then I'll show you the next step as I go after I get done. So yeah, jabber jabber, whoop whoop. Hang on, be back in a few. Okay, moving on to the steps of this process of making my little thing to store my 3-point tiller on. Yep, it's upside down my workbench. Kind of making it up as I go along. I know I had a plan. Well, that plan got tossed to the side real quick. As you could tell just by watching as things progressed. I opted for a different width from here to here and decided to leave this at 23 and just make this 26, which meant I made those 26. Now I've marked out 6 foot 72 inches where the tiller's going to set, and I've got about a 1/2 inch between here and where it would set at. So it's spaced out there about 73 inches roughly to give me a little bit of wiggle room. So anyway, what I'm going to do now, if you're still watching, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take and pre-drill some holes along here and here to mount this 6x6 to the plywood. I'm going to do it on both ends. I'm going to pre-drill it with I think a 7/64 or 3/32 drill bit. Something smaller than number 10 deck screw. Actually, it's a premium exterior wood screw, but whatever. Anyway, put a little Torx bit in it. So anyway, I'm going to do this real quick, and then I'll flip it over and show you at least this part of the completed project, and then I'll put this all together so you can, well, you're going to see it's all together. But anyway, at a later date, I'll get the tiller out and I'll put the tiller on it and show you how it looks with the tiller on it, and just like with the snowblower, as you just move around and put it in my way. So anyway, hang in there, guys. I'll be right back. And here you go. Here's how I secured this 6x6 to the plywood on the storage device for the 3-point tiller. Make it a riddle. Just put 6 with the number 10 premium screws in accordingly to hold that in place. Now I'll go do the other side, and then I'll wrestle this thing off my deck, or wrestle this thing off of the workbench. Christ, can't talk, can't think, what the hell. Anyway, yeah, finish up the other side, get this thing wrestled off the workbench, and then I'll show you a completed project, because as those of you that have watched quite a while know, I don't like being on camera, and you can see my big butt doing stuff. So anyway, hang in there a minute, and I'll show you the completed thing. Okay, YouTubers, this is going to be the last final clip of this video here. The completed unit, with the exception of a tiller sitting on it to be rolled around in my way. So anyway, summary side of it is, I just extended the frame out 16 inches to where it's actually, the frame is actually 80 1/4 inches long. The frame was originally 23 in width. I kept saying I wanted to go 40, and I finally had an engineering moment. Yeah, let's go on paper. Let's see what happens when I go to do the reality side of it. Nah, that didn't work out very well. So anyway, went out, remeasured, rechecked, done some refiguring, and decided that I could leave the frame at 23 wide and just take the piece of plywood I had to put on top, and I made it 26, because I discovered that I only really need 23, 24 inches in width to catch the runner and the stand to support the tiller while it's on the storage device, skateboard, for lack of a better term. And then I spaced between, instead of using a 4x6, I had some scrap 6x6s laying around, and so I grabbed them instead and put them, on both ends. And of course, as you all know, you go to the lumber yard, you buy a 6x6. What are you buying? Not a 6x6. You're buying a 5.5 by 5.5. So I got those on each end to set the runner of the tiller on, so that way the weight is not on the tines. And then, so those were spaced 73 inches between the two of them. I ended up actually making the plywood piece 26 wide, but 86 from one end to the other, to make up for having to have room for the 6x6s to sit on there to catch the skids, the runners that are on the tiller, and not be hanging over too far. But that way, it's a little bit narrower footprint, but still a long footprint in my shop. Well, I can kill 2.5 minutes and I didn't even realize it. So anyway, got 6 bolts, 1/4 bolts, holding those in place, hold the plywood on, bolt to the frame, and there you go. For those of you stuck around from the start to the finish, thank you. I appreciate you spending some time with me while I'm in this self-quarantined social distancing situation here. Got to find something to do, so why not let's make a video and do a project need done, something I think I can use. And besides that, if it doesn't work out for the tiller, I can always knock the 6x off of it and use the plank for something, move stuff around on. But anyway, I'll just leave it at that. Hey, for those of you that found the like button Thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm okay either way. Main thing is, hey, you took time out of your day to see what I was up to. I appreciate that. But anyway, yeah. If you want, hit the subscribe button. There's a few that have found it since all the shout-outs have been given out. Oh, and speaking of shout-outs, I want to give one to Rockin' Robbie's Roadhouse. Because he was nice enough to give me a shout-out Tuesday night. Didn't have to, but he did it. I appreciate it. So, if you're up north, the Great White North of Canada, need some tires fixed, get hold of Robbie. I'm sure he can help you right out. Anyway, thanks, Rob. Anyway, I'll get off here, and again, if you subscribe, thank you. If you comment, rate, thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'm gonna get out of here. So stay safe, take care, and catch you on the next one.